Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my messy workbench. One of these days I might clean it up. Probably not, but I'll definitely talk about it. I just wanted to make a quick introduction video on building my Voyager model. I don't know if I have anything to really teach anybody, but if I have some people watching, it might actually give me the incentive to, I don't know, finish something. I'm trying to shrug through doing the windows. Now, I did try and do these a little bit oversized because I plan on backfilling them with dental acrylic and then just masking them off. I feel like dental acrylic does the best job of dispersing light and lighting up evenly. One thing I did notice is none of these windows are the same size, which is really it's really annoying. They're different sizes, they're different shapes, so you just kind of get a ballpark. I did make some masking templates for them. I don't know that I'm going to use this vinyl when it comes time for it. As it stands, they don't stick that well. It is a stencil vinyl. It doesn't stick that well, but that could just be because it's down in the little pocket there. It might be different when it's on the when it's on a flat surface. If anybody wants those, I can make them available. I literally just use my Cricut for it. I don't plan on selling them, but I don't mind providing the files for them. Another thing I plan on doing is replacing the phaser strips. The original design on these just has this kind of two-step with a ridge, but these replacement ones have little ribs in them, like on the Enterprise E. Now, these files were made by Ian Lawrence, who has since passed away. They were available on his website, but that's gone defunct since he passed away. So I don't mind making these available. They were publicly available before he passed away, and the only reason they're not now is because obvious reasons. So if anybody wants those, I don't mind providing them. I do plan on using a decent amount of the green strawberry set. I don't know how much though. Some of the stuff is just kind of redundant, and like there's certain things where it's like, yeah, the transponder emitters, I think that's what those are, transporter emitters, I don't know. They're like way too thick. Like they're thinner than this brass on the studio model. So in this scale, they're way too thick. In fact, even the raised section that's on the kit is too thick. I might go as far as to sand that off, just smooth it out completely, and go from there. I do plan on lighting this up. I've lit up a few kits, and it's really not that hard. I think I got this from Tenet Controls. It's a board specifically for doing like simple navigation lights. I bought it a while ago to do my 1000 scale Voyager, which I kind of hate that kit. I might be in the minority here. I know everybody seems to love these 1/1000 scale kits, but like, I want a decent size ship to put on my shelf. I really miss like the 537 scale. That was like the perfect size, at least as far as like the refit and stuff like that goes. Like I don't have room for a 3-foot model, but I also, it doesn't really wow me to have an 11-inch long model. This size, this 16 to 22 inch length, is perfect in my opinion. Like I have the Grissom over there. I lit that up. Maybe one of these days I'll pull it out and show it off a little bit. But that was a perfect size, and I wish they would do more of that. As far as where I'm at now, like I said, I've been filing out the windows. And I'm just going to keep kind of going on with that. One tip I guess I would give, if you want to call it that, is I filed out probably 20 windows or so before I realized that I own these files and I'm allowed to grind them down if I want. I was struggling with, like little needle files, just trying to be like, oh, I don't want to get too deep in there, or like just the tip would fit and just try and keep that. Yeah, or you could just grind it down. And that works perfectly. This didn't take as long as I would have thought it would. Like, I don't know. That to me has always been the most daunting thing about this kit. But, I don't know. It probably took me, 3 hours or so, which sounds like a while, but if I just put a movie on, probably wouldn't have taken that long. Or at least I wouldn't have noticed that it took that long. Holding the file is making my finger a little raw, so I might jump around a little, but I feel like I got a good grasp on what I'm doing. I don't think it'll take that much longer. One thing I did though is I started with these two right here, and then I was like, wow, this really sucks, and thought, well, I should check and see which ones are lit up and which ones aren't, and not drill out the ones that aren't. But I do like the look of them drilled out regardless, even if they're not all lit up. But once I checked the studio model, I found that most of them are lit up anyways. But those two, of course, the two that I started with, are not. But yeah, so I'm going to keep trudging along with this. And I might jump over to like filing off the phaser strips in the meantime to try and produce something to upload as a follow-up video. So I wouldn't call this part one. I would definitely call this an introduction. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.